14 Incredible Health Benefits of Celery. Celery. It's sometimes the CO star on a plate of chicken wings while watching the big game, but in fact celery should have a pedestal all its own. Not only is celery a light and refreshing snack, it also packs a lot of nutrition. There are a number of other health boosts from enjoying some celery, and some of them may surprise you. So let's have a closer look at 14 health benefits of this marshland plant. 1. Controls cholesterol. Source says celery contains a unique compound called 3N-butylphthalide, buletin pH, that reportedly has lipid-lowering powers. Cholesterol is a lipid. It cites a study by the University of Singapore involving rats that were fed a high-fat diet for 8 weeks. The rats that were given celery extract showed significantly lower levels of lipids in their blood than those that didn't. 2. Soothes inflammation. Celery is a nice, light snack to enjoy, and it can also apparently calm any inflammation through your body that has been linked to illnesses such as arthritis or osteoporosis, explains Healthline.com. The source says celery and celery seeds have about 25 anti-inflammatory compounds that can protect against flare-ups in the body that can cause pain and other health issues. 3. Lowers blood pressure. According to an article from Cleveland Clinic, celery may be able to keep high blood pressure under control. While the initial craze was eating celery seeds for this purpose, the source says whole celery stalks are the way to go. How does this work? The clinic says celery contains something called phthalides, which is called NBP as an extract and works to relax artery walls and increase blood flow, thus lowering pressure. However, when you eat the whole stalk, you also get the added benefit of fiber, magnesium, and potassium that also help regulate blood pressure, it adds. 4. Calms gastric ulcers. The thought of stomach ulcers should be enough to make your stomach turn. They are painful sores in the stomach lining from different causes, such as bacteria. However, according to livestrong.com, celery might be an ally in reducing ulcer symptoms. It says celery contains flavonoids, which inhibit the growth of certain bacteria. It cites an article from the Journal of Pharmacy and Bioallied Sciences that notes polyphenolic compounds, including flavonoids, have been reported to have a beneficial role in the treatment of gastric ulcers. 5. Protects liver health. Your liver is one of the hardest working and most beneficial organs in your body, so keeping it healthy is essential to help filter out toxins from your system. Dr. Axe points to research from the Helwan University in Egypt that shows feeding rats celery led to a reduction in the amount of dangerous fat buildup within the liver. We should also note these rats were given chicory and barley powder to achieve the positive results in enzyme function and lipid control. The more celery, chicory, and barley the rats were given, the more their liver health improved, it adds. 6. Helps prevent UTIs. If you've ever had a urinary tract infection, UTI, you probably don't want to experience it again. Luckily, Chatelaine.com notes celery can help you achieve a UTI-free lifestyle thanks to its diuretic properties. Celery helps you expel water from your body without also losing a lot of potassium. Celery apparently also contains something helpful called Al3N-butylphthalide compound, which sources say helps lower blood pressure. The source warns to monitor your consumption of celery if you are on blood pressure medication, due to the diuretic effect. 7. Helps keep you regular. Healthline notes that celery is about 95% water, which is never a bad thing when it comes to helping things move through your system. However, just as importantly, it contains generous amounts of soluble and insoluble dietary fiber, which help prevent constipation and diarrhea. It backs up the earlier claim about stomach health benefits, noting a compound known as apyomin in celery can actually help prevent stomach ulcers. It apparently is also effective to help prevent bloating. Just 1 cup of celery has 5 grams of dietary fiber, which is a good portion of the 25-30 grams you should get daily. 8. Helps control weight. StyleCraze.com says boldly, celery is one of the few ideal foods you can consume for healthy weight loss. Why? Not only is celery low in calories, it's high in fiber, as we noted. Fiber can help you feel fuller for longer periods of time after eating, it adds. Because you feel fuller, you may not have the craving for binging on foods that pack on pounds, ultimately facilitating weight loss, says the source. The hydrating properties of celery can also help prevent dehydration that saps energy levels needed to stay active, it suggests. 9. Fights off cancer? It's hard to believe that something as simple as celery could help ward off something as serious as cancer, but apparently there is some evidence to back that up. Livestrong says celery contains both apigenin and luteolin, which are flavonoids that have been linked to destruction of pancreatic cancer cells. It cites a study abstract published in Food and Chemical Toxicology that explored the impact of these flavonoids on the effectiveness of chemotherapeutic drugs in preventing the spread of cancer cells. The study revealed that pretreatment of specific human pancreatic cancer cells with low concentrations of apigenin or luteolin effectively aided the chemotherapeutic drug effectiveness, it adds. 10. Makes men more fertile. If you're thinking about adding to your family, then fertility is obviously a big topic to focus on. According to Chatelaine, celery can at least help men to be more prepared biologically to reproduce. The source talks about celery oil in particular combined with vitamin E to help boost sperm count and sperm motility, their ability to swim. It says celery also contains aldosterone, a metabolic product of testosterone, and the vitamin E content helps reduce oxidation, which helps create ideal conditions for sperm to mature. 11. Aids in menopause symptoms. Style Craze says celery may be your friend if you're experiencing menopause symptoms, thanks to a study that shows its ability to balance hormones due to the presence of plant phytoestrogens. Foods rich in phytoestrogens were found to have menopause-busting effects, it adds. Hydration levels are especially important during menopause, and celery is definitely an ally in keeping your fluid levels up. Menopause can also lead to excess stress, leading to cravings for sweet or salty food, says the source, which won't help your overall health. Reach for celery instead, use a healthy dip if you want a bit more flavor. 12. Prevents memory loss. A good stalk of celery can go right to your head, according to Style Craze. It cites a study from 2010 that explores the link between luteolin and lower incidence of age-related memory loss. It says that the flavonoid luteolin calms brain inflammation, which could be the primary reason for neurodegeneration. Meanwhile, the apigenin contained in celery is linked to the development of nerve cells in mice, it adds. It cites one study that shows that apigenin added to human stem cells in a petri dish resulted in the stem cells turning into neurons 25 days later. This effect was absent without the application of apigenin, it notes. 13. Calms nerves. Looking for a natural way to relax? Well, you could take a long soak in a hot bath, but who has time for that? Style Craze says munching some celery can result in a sense of calm thanks to its ability to calm the nervous system. It notes that magnesium in celery can also help promote more restful sleep. Apparently the claim that celery can calm frazzled nerves dates back to Greek physician Hippocrates, who is believed to have touted celery as a medicine for nervous ailments. Style Craze also notes that research suggests celery can lower cortisol, which is a stress hormone. The chemical apigenin in celery can also induce calmness, and has a history of being used as an anxiety remedy, it adds. 14. Skin benefits. Style Craze says celery can help your skin in more ways than one. If you have oily skin, then celery may be a good alternative to wiping down your face constantly, it notes. Celery not only offers hydration to the skin but also clears off the excess oils, it claims. Drinking celery juice daily or applying celery, that has been sliced, boiled and cooled, to your face before bed are two ways to achieve results, it says. Meanwhile, if you have a skin condition called vitiligo that causes loss of pigment in patches, celery may help according a Polish study that shows it contains furanocoumarins, primary compounds that are used in the treatment of vitiligo. It says you can use celery the same ways for vitiligo as for oily skin, but you should still use any medications prescribed for it by a doctor.